there are a couple of articles that are out there that's saying the children born today will not enjoy the same life expectancy as their parents. And we know there is a high number of deaths among millennials, and there's a lot of factors, mainly drug addiction is causing it, which is a huge factor, along with suicide and what they call deaths of despair. So this came out in BBC News, December 2nd, 2019. Child life expectancy projections cut by years. A baby girl born in 2019 is now expected to celebrate three fewer birthdays on average than under previous calculations. Official 2014 data thought that girl would make it to 93.6. Now the figure is 90.4. The report also slashed the likelihood of children reaching 100. What's going on? Although life expectancies have been and still are improving, experts say previous estimates were too high. Now, remember, life expectancy is dropping in the US, and it doesn't seem to be dropping in any other wealthy nation. So right now, the US is like sitting all alone with their low life expectancy. Although, okay, let me just move on. Experts say previous estimates were too high. The improvement is much smaller than previously thought as part of a widely acknowledged slowdown in life expectancy since 2011. In 2018, life expectancy growth stalled for the first time in more than 30 years. This has led statisticians to reevaluate their assumptions about future improvement in life expectancy, resulting in the figures released today. The ONS report calculates the impact of this less rosy picture on children's prospect of a long life. So a boy born in 2019 is now expected to live for 87.8 years. But the 2016 data thought he would reach 89.7, and 2014 data said 91.1. And looking to the future, to children born in 2043, there is a dramatic drop in the chances of reaching 100. The latest report says 20.8% of newborn boys are expected to reach 100. 26.1 of newborn girls are expected to reach 100. But the projection 2 years ago thought 34.1% of newborn boys would reach 100 and 40.2% of newborn girls would reach 100. Why is life expectancy stalling? The ONS said there has been considerable public debate about the causes of the slowdown in the life expectancy improvements. Researchers have suggested a range of possible explanations for the slowdown. Several factors are at play, none of which can be singled out as being the most important with any certainty. See, they're going to put it on everything except for genetics, ladies and gentlemen. Many reports, including Public Health England and the Health Foundation think tank, that attempted to get to the bottom of the issue. Why aren't we living longer? A lack of a recent blockbuster moment in medicine could be an issue. Life expectancy in the 20th century improved with the creation of the NHS, falls in smoking, childhood immunization. The last case of polio in the UK was in 1984, and medical advances, particularly for big killers, heart disease, stroke, and cancer. Well, there's still a lot of people dying from those things. But now dementia is listed as a leading cause of death, and it's incurable. Dementia, the greatest health challenge of our time. Public Health England says a more elderly population with dementia and other long-term health problems may also be more vulnerable to diseases like flu. But there are issues affecting life expectancy well before old age. Death from drug misuse, with Scotland having the highest drug death rate in the EU, are also quoted. One of the most politically charged questions have been around austerity, the program of government cuts that coincides with the slowdown in life expectancy. The evidence either way is hotly contested. Public Health England report says the poorest people have felt the impact on life expectancy the hardest, and that could indicate a role for government spending. Stalling life expectancy in the UK has attracted plenty of attention from academies, but they offer no definitive answers on the causes. When you are talking about shifts and predictions of lifespan, it needs more than a few years of data. But there is concern about why the different story to that in most other developed economies. These are the economies that made the most money and can be linked to slavery, y'all. That led to speculation on UK specific factors. Cutting government spending and policy, period, dubbed by some as austerity, might, according to some commentators, have been a factor. It's worth noting, though, that cuts in social care in England were not replicated to the same extent in other parts of the UK. The decline in living standards and the reduced ability of some households to pay for heat and food in the decades since the financial crisis in 2008 have also been mentioned. Yeah, they have never recovered. These people have never recovered from the 2008 recession. There's a lot of people in this country that never fully recovered from it. So the next one coming will probably be like the final black eye for them. The gap between life expectancy in the richest and poorest neighborhoods in England has increased, according to research last year. Ministers have strongly denied that government policy played a part. The debate will continue, though it may take a while before firm trends and causes can be identified. They still won't say it's genetics, y'all. They won't touch genetics. They won't touch it. They won't touch it. But you see, things are changing rapidly. I don't recall ever seeing stories about life expectancies declining for the babies that were born when I was growing up. But we're certainly seeing all kinds of things with the life expectancy now that we never seen before. You know, you got people that are dying real young because of drug use, and now you got babies coming in the world, and they're projecting these babies won't even live as long as the generations before them. Ooh, I will keep you posted, y'all. There's a lot going on out here. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.